we've gotten some grief for it because some people feel that it's difficult enough to ride a bicycle in Baton Rouge. You don't need to have to say you need glasses or anything, right? Nonetheless. So I came to this kind of late, I guess I haven't owned an automobile since 1991. So for about 20 years now, I've been using other means of transportation. About 6 years ago, I was annoying the hell out of people by constantly saying, somebody needs to do something about this community. And then finally the other voice came in and said, well, if somebody needs to do it and they're not, either you need to do it or you need to sit down and shut up. You're annoying these people. So not being prone to sit down and shut up, we started this out. In 2006, I was in San Francisco and I happened to visit the San Francisco Bicycle Coalition. They put me in touch with Dave Snyder, that's him in the back way. He was with what was then Thunderhead Alliance, which is now the Alliance for Walking and Biking. He happened to be coming down to New Orleans to help the Metro Bicycle Coalition come back after Katrina, and thought, well, why not do a twofer and stop in Baton Rouge and then come to New Orleans? So we did, he facilitated 2 public interest meetings with us. We had a pretty good turnout and decided, well, we'll go ahead and do it. We got our nonprofit status with the state of Louisiana in April. We received our 501c3 status in the IRS in August, which everyone assured us could not happen. That it would take too long, you need lawyers and bookkeepers and all this stuff. And it turns out that the Alliance, then Alliance, now Thunderhead Alliance, has this great little work kit that says this is what you need to say at these key points. And in less than 6 months, they were like, we are pleased to tell you.
That's great.
Yeah, so don't let anybody tell you you need to have all kinds of impediments to doing it. Just do it. And of course, I learned a great deal in a short time. Not having done this before, my background is in history. It is not in public administration or in anything else. So, but I like to read a lot, so I learned a lot. We chose almost immediately the League of American Bicyclists, 4 E's. It's the framework for building an organization. The engineering, education, enforcement, and encouragement. I'm trying not to read this to you. I know you're adults, you have to read it. But this keeps me on track. By knowing we were going to do that as a framework, that gave us a place to focus on where to put our efforts. So with engineering, we started making our connections to the Department of Public Works and a little bit with the Department of Transportation and Development. Education, we put together some brochures and we do grassroots bicycle maintenance and repair classes. We've attempted to do some of the League of American Bicycles classes. Enforcement, I don't know how your relationship is with the police department here or your district attorney. That's tough. And encouragement, we've been doing velo rides and a number of other things have come up in the last couple of years particularly. So we're doing lots and lots of little rides in town. The velo rides are themed rides that are led by people. We have the university there, so we get people who are experts in their fields. So we do bird rides, tree rides, history rides, and that sort of thing. We just had a pretty good turnout for the historic cemetery ride. Just recently they've added the 50 evaluation and planning, which is a really good thing because we didn't do that. And I'm going to be running through this. I'm not sure how much time I have. I know I've got 30 slides. So the first year, the biggest thing was that the city of Baton Rouge established a green light plan, which was their attempt to, actually a successful attempt, to take what was their pothole tax, which had to be renewed every 2 years, which never allowed them to bond out any of the bigger construction projects, and develop a number of these projects, put a bond up, or put the vote up to keep the tax for 20 years. With the tax in for 20 years, then they could bond it and go out. In the green light plan, the word bicycle does not appear anywhere at all. So, part of this is there's the levee path along the river, the right side drive where that 4 is at the bottom left, over to 6, and then up Nicholson, that you can see LSU is there. That's a 3-lane chain that forms a little over 7 miles of route. You can go through the university, get to the University Lakes, go to the Garden District, and then a good 15-mile route on either separate facilities or low-traffic surface streets. They were going to redo right side, which had an existing bike lane, not put it back. So I tried for a long time to get them to see that they needed to do that. And the result was the project manager said, the people of Baton Rouge don't know what to do with a bicycle lane because there aren't any. So we decided at that point to put up a petition. And this is one of those, I'll give you a moment to read this if you like, if not I'll just scream on through this. To have the public say this, and not some lunatic guy with tattoos and big things in his ears, has a lot more weight. And now, they changed their minds.
Sidewalks.
Sidewalks and bike lanes on both sides. That was the first thing we did, and it scared the wee out of me. It's like, what do we do next? So, we decided to keep moving and building up on this and putting together as well as we could different sorts of information for public events. We're a big festival state. Baton Rouge has lots of festivals in the spring because in the fall there's only one thing that happens in Baton Rouge, and that's football. And you can't talk about anything with football. You can't do anything with football. Your weekends are taken up by football. So spring's the thing. We started putting bike rallies into the local festivals. The couple organized and participated in the mayor's first family bike ride. We're trying to get him to come down off the levee. Last year we managed to get him down off the levee. And providing input to the Capital Region Planning Commission, which you can ask me about later. We also participated in the public meetings, took part in the dedication of the Mississippi River Levee use path, the first component, and then established our regular monthly meetings, monthly bicycle maintenance repair classes, and our website. So, the third year, the Baton Rouge Recreation Department started to a program of theirs called the Capital Area Pathway Project. We've been working with them and trying to help them along as well as we could, but they have their own means of getting things done, and that project is still waiting for a shovel to go into the dirt. And we've done a lot of work with DPW. The biggest thing that second year was they had set aside in the previous administration $110,000 for signage for bike lanes and bike routes. As a new administration came in, they weren't convinced, largely because the Department of Public Works said that there was no way to do it. Put the bike rack signs up and designate the routes and sign them. With effort, we got them to admit that yes, the $110,000 was still in the budget, it was still earmarked for it, and that yeah, okay, we can do it. So they went ahead and put a bike rack signs.
They were hoping you forgot about it.
Well, you wait long enough, and the next thing you know, it's like, oh, in the surplus, we got $110,000. We can put in another driveway. We worked with a number of position papers with the city parish planners to improve bicycle facilities.